Not only was I told, King, but now folks gonna be told. YouTube, Low Yard Gang, podcast listeners all over the globe, God, welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cap and Crown NBA Podcast. We talk about all things NBA related, man. Glad y'all are here with us for another episode. Y'all already know we do these shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so we're glad you guys are here with us to join us for another conversation. If you guys are into NBA content, no matter who you're rooting for, no matter what team you root for, player, whatever it is, man, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And also, too, if anybody can do us, everybody can do us a favor, hit them likes for us, too. That'll help out the channel in more ways than you know. And also, if you have any questions or any comments addressing me and King here on the show, on any of the topics that we bring up, here's with the CNC in front of your question or your comment. And we'll address those towards the end of the show. All right, King, we got a good one today, man. Season, like I said before, season's underway. LeBron has still not made a decision yet, so it's got a lot of people talking. I think the latest alert I got was he might be having a decision here soon or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. Had a question that was posed because of some of the choices that he could make. Had a lot of people asking a certain question, but we'll get to that, man. Well, I guess we can get to that now because we have to do some little bit of I was told. You know, when I had his shirt on, we have a nice little segment of I was told for the show. But yeah, like I said, LeBron's hadn't made a decision yet, and some of the teams that they have him linked to, i.e. the Philadelphia 76ers, had people kind of questioning if he was to go to the 76ers. Is he doing a little bit of a ring chasing, and does that take a hit on his GOAT debate talk? So let's get to it, King, man. Let's get to a little bit of I was told.
I was told.
I was told.
I was told. I was told.
Yes, sir. I was told, King. This is gonna be a little different, more of a conversation. So let me do this, King. I know you're a LeBron James fan, so I'm gonna get your thoughts on his legacy so far as him going to, say a 76ers or even would you put Miami in that conversation? If you go there, that'd be some kind of a ring chase type thing because he's playing with Giannis. Like, what's your thoughts, bro?
No, I don't think I consider any of these ring chasing. Because of the way that the parity of the league and all that stuff now. And even if you go to 76ers, Joel Embiid throughout his whole, tenure of being in the 76ers, they'd never been to the conference finals before. So I wouldn't take it as ring chasing myself. I'm beyond that. I think it'd be helping the team out. But when we get to other points, I think there's other reasons why I wouldn't think it'd be the GOAT, but I don't think it's ring chasing in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's to this point, I think anything he does, it's like a kudos, a hand clap, you get a little gold star or whatever. I don't think that's going to move the needle for a lot of people and a lot of people's opinions of who the GOAT is and all that type of stuff. I do feel like he's still chasing GOATs of Jordan. We've always talked about before how a lot of media under Clutch Sports, the Nick Wrights of the world, the Max Kellermans of the world, Even got Rich Paul out here with a podcast and stuff, right? So you got a lot of these guys still kind of trying to push that narrative that he's a GOAT and all that type of stuff instead of kind of letting things play out or whatever. But I mean, right now it's looking like he could be heading back to Cleveland. This is what a lot of people kind of are picking for him to do.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does decide to go like to Philadelphia or something like that, man, I mean, it's going to be interesting. And it's not even because of if Embiid going to be healthy or not. It's just like how many people on that team are going to actually sacrifice, take a step back.
It would have to be. It got to be the two guards, sure. The other guys got to be more like what Paul George and them was last year, like just do your job when you get the ball or whatever like that, in my opinion. But back to the Bron thing, like the only way Bron could have anything to change my opinion, like not even, it would still take a lot for him to be the GOAT in my opinion. But for anything to like really, 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 really get him close where I would get to a point of being like, man, you know what? Maybe there are just two GOATs. There's just a Messi and a Ronaldo, right? Would be for LeBron to go to another team and be the dude, like have like an MVP type season and take them and win a championship, which I think wouldn't be a good thing for the team that he goes to. So you feel me? Like I don't think that's going to happen. And in that case, like we talking about a guy, rings are counted differently depending on where you are in the pecking order, as far as driving the bus and riding on the bus and all that stuff. So if it's not a driving the bus ring, then what are we talking about? Like they don't even we the same.
No, I agree. So I was gonna say how you want to do. You want to just start showing folks some stats and stuff of the guy he's going up against. So how'd you want to do? You got some LeBron stats?
Fine. No, go ahead. Show your Jordan stuff out. Like I said, if it's anything, I need to show love to Bron because I don't want folks to think I'm saying Bron the GOAT, and I'm like to get that clear.
It's okay. You think he goes okay.
I do not think Bron the GOAT. I think Jordan is the GOAT, but I do think it's things that Bron excels at that I think that Bron is better than Jordan at. But there are a few. You feel me? Like a few things that I think people misunderstand about what Michael Jordan can do. So go ahead, bro. I think you should show them the stats and all that stuff, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, like you said, man, I'm one of those. I'm with you. You see my wall. I got the two jerseys on the wall. These are my two guys here, man. Like I always talk about. We always talk about, Jordan on this show. We always use him as an example. Hell, a lot of people use him as an example. Whenever you hear people compare players of today, they always bring up Jordan somehow, right? Whenever you hear them talk about LeBron, they compare him to Jordan. And there's reasons. I know a lot of the younger folks don't know. They really didn't watch him play, you know what I'm saying, like that, which I think I've always told you before, bro. I said, I think we were lucky. Our generation was lucky. We literally got to see this dude play every day, right? I would talk about the fact that, man, I got to literally watch all his games because if you either watch his games on WGN or if he was on national television, you can watch him on, NBC, like when they had NBA on NBC, or you can watch him when he toward the tail end of his Bulls career, they played on TBS and TNT.
And he always in the playoffs, winning the championship.
It was always in the playoffs. So
you saw him then.
You saw a lot of them, bro. So you got to kind of watch his career as it progressed or whatever. Like I said, I'm lucky. I'm blessed to say we actually got to watch this dude. You know what I'm saying? I know like a lot of the older people I know kind of felt that way about like a Dr. J or Kareem or something like that, right? Just being able to watch those guys. 'Cause I know for me, like we always talk about all the time, being able to go back and learn about the players from yesteryears and stuff like that, man. Because we were told so much about these players, we kind of just want to learn them and understand what made them great in a lot of people's eyes. And that's what a lot of the players like the Larry Birds and the Magics and the Kareems and like I said, the Moses Malones, the Julius Ervings, aka Dr. J's, the Iceman Gervins of the world, right? All these type of players, man, like just growing up and being able to kind of sit down with my pops and watch ESPN Classic and watch these games.
ESPN
Classic, I tell King all the time, oh man, I should love ESPN Classic. It was like watching afternoon cartoons after school for me.
Yep.
Or I would watch. I tell King all the time, like I'll randomly just go on YouTube and just I feel like watching an old game, and I just find a random old basketball game or whatever, right? And so, like that's the type of stuff, man. Like I that what drew my love to the game. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A lot of it is because my pops got me into it, but like Michael Jordan really just cemented my love of the game.
Yeah,
And it was like,
that, bro.
yeah, we do, bro.
To them old games.
As a matter of fact, I was about to watch yesterday before me and my wife went out. I was gonna watch that Bulls Lakers game when the Bulls didn't play, not the Magic one. It was Shaq and them, and they played in LA.
That last year, you talking about the last the 98?
Was it 98? I think it was. Was it 97 or 98? I think it was 98.
Was it Kobe with the fro?
I didn't. Like I said, I saw the tail.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't watch the whole entire game. I just saw the beginning of it, and they showed Shaq and all that stuff. So it had to been like 97, 98, somewhere around there. Because Eddie Jones was starting, so it had to been Kobe's like rookie year or maybe
probably
second
96
year.
Then, probably the earliest one.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just watch those type of games and stuff like that, man. It kind of just learn a lot, man. That's what kind of, like I said, drew me to the game or whatever, man. And like I know a lot of people when we talk about Jordan, they always say, "Oh, I always go to the 6 rings." And I know we always say on the channel, like, bro, there's so many different stats and stuff that you can bring up for Jordan. They ain't got nothing to do with 6 rings.
No rings.
They got nothing to do with rings. We ain't gotta pull that card.
If Jordan had no rings, he's the best player ever with no rings.
Yeah, hands down, no question. Right. Like I said, man, he's one of. Bro, so I didn't even know this. Did you know Jordan only lost 1 playoff series his whole career when he had 1 All-Star?
Yeah, it was Detroit.
Listen to what I just said.
Yeah, I know. Since he had an All-Star, he was, and that's when Scottie Pippen had the migraine or whatever.
A All-Star.
Mm-hmm. One more All-Star beside him.
That's
was that dude.
Not 2, not 3, not 4. 1 All-Star.
Yep.
He only lost 1 playoff series for his career.
That guy that they say overrated, that guy Scottie Pippen, that was beside him, that one guy. Yes.
It's crazy to me, bro. And the fact too that he's never lost more than 2 games in a row in the playoffs. I'm like, what was it, like 91 to like 98?
Yeah, I don't think he ever lost.
It's like the longest streak in like NBA history. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy.
I don't think he lost more than 2 or more than 3 in general on that whole run where he that Chicago Bull, not talking about the rings and all, but when they went that
91
repeat, I don't think they
from
lost
91
more than,
to 98. They've never lost more than 2 games, bro.
Just in general, not even playoff, just in general. That's crazy.
Like it's crazy because like I said, we always talk about how dominant he was, man. When I always tell you, we had to talk before when you was asking me about who was second and third and all that. Like as a kid, I never even thought about that. I always thought, okay, it's Jordan, and then like it was not no disrespect to the players. I always thought those other players were good, right? I always thought they were good. I never was disrespectful, like, oh, I ain't beat Jordan, so you trash or whatever, like they would do today.
Just last night the Pips. They would have the Pips.
It's definitely levels. You got a guy who players compared to God, right? And then all the other players, right? Had other greats and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, it was a trip, bro. Growing up, getting to watch this dude, man, as it was happening and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine my face as a little kid looking at his games in awe. You know what I mean?
And he was anointed, bro. I don't think people realize that. Like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and them, like anointed Michael Jordan. Even Isaiah Thomas did back in the day. Like we can call it what it is. Isaiah used to call Michael Jordan games. And you used to talk about he was the best and all that stuff. You feel me? Like they had anointed Michael Jordan, that dude. And we tell all the time before he even won 6, there was a lot of them guys anointing him by the dream team and all that. As he that dude, like we can't mess with him. He's learned how to win, and it's a wrap. Like that's it. So
I would tell folks after he won that second ring, that's when he was in that conversation. Folks was putting him in that conversation as just 2 rings.
Yep,
just putting him in that conversation.
That three-peating was rare. Sorry, go ahead. But I was just saying three-peat was rare. So even getting the back-to-back was like another dude got a back-to-back. We didn't even think a three-peat was going to happen again. And then to see he went ahead and three-peat, it was like, wow, this dude he's just unstoppable. So
now you said three-peats are rare, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did it twice.
Yeah.
So
and like we said, Kobe and Shaq, the only people that done it since then once.
Yeah, they did it once. Yeah. So. Check some of these stats out, King. This is a trip, man. So this is Jordan's lowest. Okay. Lowest three lowest series points per game averages for his career: 27.4 in 88, and 27.3 in 96 against Seattle. It's 97 versus the Atlanta Hawks. He averaged 26.6. Only
Smitty in it,
series.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Smitty knew. I think he won that series. I think in 5.
Yeah.
In the first round. This was the only. Those are the only series under 29 points.
And they talk about the Jordan rules and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of Jordan's lowest. 88 against Detroit, and he got you over 27 points a game, bro.
That's his lowest.
That's.
Can I show you something about that Atlanta game?
Keep going.
Check this out.
Yeah. Pause.
He got you 26.6 points, right? 10.2 rebounds.
Yeah.
5.2 assists. He shot 45% from the field.
And
0 games under 20 points.
That was a bad one.
That was his worst.
Yeah. That's all NBA.
Crazy. Like I said, this is the 3 lowest, right?
Mm-hmm.
97 against the Hawks was his lowest, 26.6. That was his worst. This was the stats in that series for him.
Yep. One of those stats got him a Finals MVP.
So let me see what else we got here, King. So check this out. These are the these are the highest single series points per game, bro. Mm-hmm. He got you 45.2 versus Cleveland. He's a murder Cleveland. They hate Jordan. 45.2 versus Cleveland, 45 versus Miami, 43.7 versus Boston, 43 versus Philly, and then in the finals he got you 41 versus Phoenix.
Did he ever beat Boston?
No,
I don't think he did either. Okay, go ahead.
So, but yeah, and a matter of fact, I think that the 43. I think that's the year he scored 63.
Yeah,
I think
60. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's his highest scoring averages.
Can I tell folks something else about that before you move on? The last screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So his lowest of his highest, right, which is 41, is the highest points per game ever in the finals.
Yep. That was against Phoenix in 93.
All right, buddy. Just want to let folks know that one.
Check this out, King. Field goals in the series averaging 40 points.
Jeez,
yeah.
Bro.
Look at these numbers. Folks don't listen. This is why when we talk about the GOAT debate.
They talk about
look at these numbers.
Bro.
This is in an era where dudes was hand checking, physical, everything, right?
Centers and all that too, bro.
Centers with a galore, right? He averaged 55.9, so pretty much 56% versus Cleveland, 60.9, pretty much 61% versus Miami, pretty much 51% versus Boston, 55% versus Philly, and then of course that finals was 51% against Phoenix. For those folks who think he just be chunking up shots,
averaging 40 per game, bro.
Jordan is stupid efficient, bro. That's why I kept trying to tell folks, like people. Only reason why Jordan is like right at 50% for his career is because of the 2 Washington Wizards years.
Yeah. So you know what hurts Jordan? I mean, I'm sorry, it doesn't hurt Jordan, but I think it's a reason that people misunderstand the way Jordan played. Kobe Bryant. Kobe. Because the people that didn't watch Jordan, right? The closest that everybody always say is Kobe Bryant. So what they think about is Kobe shooting like 44% or 45%. No, and I be telling folks, bro, that's why Kobe's the carbon copy. He wasn't Jordan. Jordan was out there dropping 55% shooting, getting you 40 a game. Like it wasn't no, damn, he jacking up shots and he's shooting all these shots. Like, yeah, he had games where he did that because he wouldn't go out without shooting. Most of the time it was efficient.
Bro, we've never seen anybody like this who can score at that clip
and be as efficient.
That is efficient, bro. That's what we talk about. We talk about certain conversations. We talk about
with Luka and all that behind you. When we had a conversation about Luka Doncic, and we talk about folks that are like Luka stans and all, we say we love Luka, and we 2 of the biggest Luka fans, right, since day one and all that stuff. We talk about, bro, can you get the way you are scoring and get to that 50% efficiency? We talk about it all the time. Luka can never get there at 50%. Jordan,
you were like, I can't do it.
Jordan in a time where it's even more difficult and all that, with, like you say, big men running the paint and all that. Jordan was shooting 55%, bro, getting you 40 a game, damn near. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Check this out, King. Playoff career in 179 games. Check this out.
Crazy.
Under 20 points 6 times.
That's crazy.
Out of 179 games, he's only scored under 20 points 6 times. 50-point games, he got 8. 0 games under 15. Out of it was it games 10 plus 179 out of 179. That's what his playoff career. So he scored more 50-point games than he had games under 20 points.
Yeah. And
0 games under 15.
Yeah, that's good. Bro. Brown only averaged 18 against the Mavericks. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's different. I got a little side question for you. I think I never asked you. Let's go finish. You got more Jordan things. Finish off.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite era of basketball?
Man, that's a good question. Cause it's really, I want to say when I really understood the game, it's probably early 2000s.
That's what I was gonna say. The run of power forwards and Dirk and all that. That's my favorite era. Like I love Jordan and all that, but as far as the overall just NBA and loving the game, 2000s is my favorite.
So, how can I put this? When I watching Jordan and them, we were younger, so we didn't. It was just like we like the flashiness and the spectacle, right? You can articulate it a little bit better when we got older in the early 2000s, where it was like, okay, now you kind of starting to understand, like, because you did see Jordan play. Now you kind of understand what's going on now in the early 2000s. So that's why I think that was when my knowledge started growing, is in the early 2000s, like you said, with Dirk and all that type of stuff. So I would have to say early 2000s, because when it really just shaped my knowledge of the game.
Okay,
in the early 2000s.
I just wanted to know.
And to me, like, it was.
It started to get more competitive, bro. That's because of Jordan. That's what you want. What you wanted to get to is because. So that's the thing we try to say. It's not because the league was not competitive or not good. It's that Jordan, like you said, was so far ahead of everybody that you felt like even them other good guys, like there are a bunch of guys throughout, like I always say, throughout every era that I can compare to guys that were doing Jordan's era and all that stuff, right? And I'm saying Jordan was still way above them. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's no one near them when Jordan was playing. So it's just like we said, watching Jordan games, get to the point, understanding, damn, if you get a victory over Jordan, that's rare because he don't lose over 2 in a row and all that. That was rare times. It was just Jordan. You didn't expect Jordan to lose. He was that type of player. Once they got to the 2000s, even though the Lakers won some and all that and got their run, San Antonio was still creeping in there and all that stuff. Like you had the Dallas Mavericks still getting 50 wins every damn season to say, can you do something and all that? Like Detroit snuck in there. So it still was getting a little parity. It wasn't still, Kobe and Shaq still ran it as far as being there, but other people were winning. When Jordan was there, like I said, he had to retire for us to feel like, well, somebody going to win now because Jordan gone and all that stuff. So that's what I feel. And I think the 2000s got to that point. And like you said, also understanding the game and getting a little older to be able to, like you say, articulate it a little more was like, all right, this is competitive basketball. This is how I like it and all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's my favorite as well. I just wanted to know your answer to that. I never asked you.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Because I think I talked about it with some friends before. How, like I said, I missed those eras. Like I said, that's when the All-Star games were fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was really competitive. Because, like you said, there was more guys in the league, whereas, like, there wasn't like I said, Shaq had his moments, Kobe had his moments, but it was like there was still kind of some arguments and some debates. So people like Kobe and them was like, okay, then y'all want to still debate this? Let me show you in this All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always tell you that 2001 was my favorite one. That was my favorite All-Star game of all time, bro. When he came back.
It was starting to look that way, though. It was starting with Shaq. Like if Shaq would have stayed, this is where the what if with Shaq happens, where it's like if Shaq would have just took that his body and, you feel me, like physique and health seriously, then we might have had another run where we like, damn, like I keep telling people, if Shaq would have did it, Shaq, I would have had no problem saying Shaq another GOAT. That's how good I think Shaq was. Like that's how much of space. When Shaq was dominating, there was, like I said, these other guys, there was nobody I put in a level. Like I don't think of anybody else on another center. When Shaq got to that point, it was just Shaq and whoever else. It was Michael Jordan, whoever else. We done had, even though I love LeBron and I don't think these 2 guys are better than him, or 3 guys, we done had Steph, KD, and Kawhi Leonard in the LeBron era, where people have been yelling and saying, well, maybe he's better than him. Maybe that didn't happen in Jordan. That didn't happen when Shaq was the best player in the world. That's why I feel the way I feel, bro. Like, it's just different. It just got parity with LeBron.
And I think, too, to kind of go back, piggyback what you just said with Jordan from like 98, 91, 90, 98, I think the only series that really just went to the wire as far as like
Indiana.
a 7-game to Indiana, and what was it, 96?
That was 98, I thought. That was 98.
You're right.
That was the last dance where they thought they could beat him finally and all, then they beat them.
I told you that story when I was a kid. I thought Jordan was going to lose because they went down 3-2.
And they were down in game 7, wasn't it? They were down by like 20 or something in game 7, I think.
I think it was something like that, yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember they were down by 3-2. I was like, damn, man, Jordan was going to lose.
Yeah, I think they were down by 20-something in game 7 and then came back and won, bro.
So, yeah, bro. So, obviously, like, that was his hardest competition. So, once he passed them up, I was like, yeah, he got it. That's.
And I think ain't that the only time in his whole run of going to game 7? That's the only time, right? I don't think he went to 7.
So.
In the championship run, I don't think he went to 7 at all, except against Indiana, bro. That's unbelievable. You might be right.
That's a crazy stat right there. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They're going to 7 with Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. That was the moment of thinking maybe Jordan might lose. Everybody else was just going 6 or whatever or less.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them ones. I was a kid, bro, and I'm like, damn, Jordan. I was sad. I'm like, man, Jordan was gonna lose.
Yeah, because even when they lost, Orlando was in 6, right?
Because matter of fact, remember they won that game. Because remember Reggie with that push off.
Yep.
Hit that dang 3.
That push off of Jordan. That's why
I put him up 3-2.
Even when they lost to Orlando, I think it was 6, right?
Yeah, it was 6.
That's what I'm saying. They never went to 7 other than Indiana one, I think, in this whole run. That's crazy, Michael Jordan. That's unbelievable.
You know what? That's unbelievable. This stat right here. Oh, we got seen now. Check this out. Scoring efficiency, King. People not understanding. People not understanding. Scoring efficiency in 1989 season. That's arguably the 88 is his best season. He scored 32.5 points a game on 53.8% shooting. He was 53.3.
54. Just call it 54.
Yeah, 54. You're right. 55 from 3. I mean from 2.
Yeah, 55% from 2, getting you 32 a game. Shooting 55 from 2, bro. 54 overall. That's unbelievable. And he shot over 80 from the free throw line.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people understand that, bro. Yeah. Check this out, King. Longest 20-point playoff streak.
Yeah.
From 89 to 93, Jordan has 60. Kareem. 73 to 81, he got you 57. Baylor, Elgin Baylor, that is. 60 to 64, he got you 49. And then Jordan back in 96 to 98. 47.
Just gave you that.
Oh man,
easy 47 in 3 years.
Yep. Second three-peat.
Yeah.
First three-peat and second three-peat on this list, bro.
So if he wouldn't have had, you know what's crazy? If he wouldn't have came back 95, 96, that whole thing would have been combined. He'd have had like 107 or whatever like that. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's stupid. You know what's stupid? This right here. We already seen that one. Check this out. This is another scoring efficiency season. This is his 88. This is arguably his best season. Check this out, King. 35 points again, right? Got you 54% from the field, right? 55% from 2.
Yep. And people, again, don't want people to think.
This is a shooting guard.
Yeah. Don't want you to think this is LeBron James. This ain't Giannis Antetokounmpo. This ain't, you feel me, Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, Jordan be dunking on people and all, but his game wasn't just dunks and layups and all. He shot a bunch of mid-range jumpers.
Boy, Jordan was a surgeon, bro.
Yep.
Jordan was a surgeon on offense, bro. That's what made him so deadly.
Combine. That's why I be trying to tell folks, combine Kobe Bryant, the best of Kobe that you've seen, with like the best of Kawhi Leonard, right? Like, and that's like Jordan when you get even missing a little something more. Like when you see them great runs, Kawhi had that great run in Toronto. Like I said, that compares more to old man Jordan the second half. And that was one of the best ones I've seen in my life as far as that playoff run. And I'm still comparing it to second half Michael Jordan is what I'm saying. I wish I could just put it into words, bro. Like I think people just think you just glazed and all that. And I'm one of the, I feel like this show just in general, one of the most fair shows you feel me out there. So we call it like it is. I give LeBron the credit and all that, but I just wish the younger folks understood, like, don't compare him to Kobe Bryant. People do that whole Kobe, and I love Kobe too. I tell you, he's not Michael Jordan, though. I never agreed with that. He's not Michael Jordan. He's never been. He's always been a carbon copy, a guy that tried to do Jordan the best he could to achieve, because Jordan was greatness. So why wouldn't you copy greatness? But he copied it to the best degree, but he still wasn't Michael Jordan. Not at all.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Let's see what we got for the next, King. Oh, that was that one. So check this one out. It's a scoring resume. Of course, we already know he's a 10-time points per game leader. He's first in that. 7 straight point per game lead. That's first.
So you said add on Kevin Durant? You said, okay, add on Kevin Durant on that too. Sorry. As far as Kawhi, Kobe, and Kevin Durant now. Go ahead. Keep going, bro.
Check it out. I ain't done yet. This is the playoffs. 10-time playoff point per game leader.
So add on LeBron James. Got you. Okay.
From 89 to 93, he led the playoffs in points per game. Led regular season and playoffs 98 to 93 in points per game.
So we add on Luka Doncic then. Got you. Okay. So we
wait, there's more. All-time scoring rank. He's first in regular season points per game at 30. We already talked about that. First in playoff point per game. We talked about that before. And guess what else, King? First in points per game in the finals, King. Most 30 points per game seasons. He had
8 of them things.
People not listening, bro.
8 of them things, bro.
They're not listening, bro. It's okay.
8 30 point per game. See, did you average 30 for his career? 8 of them things.
And I want people to understand this too. Please put this in perspective. If Jordan, once again, a lot of these achievements that you see Jordan had, he did it in 13 years. He did it in 13 years, 13 seasons. He done a lot of these accomplishments in 13 seasons. Even with the subpar seasons he had in Washington, he still came out on top as the most points per game. Still scoring 50% from the field. Still has the most scoring titles in NBA history.
Yep.
Like this is crazy.
Like we said, with medical being worse, with guys like Grant Hill career ending when they had injuries like Steph Curry. You feel me? Like guys like that, and he still played 82 games damn near every year.
I was just about to say, I don't know if you heard I heard 2 people say this story. It was both Doug Collins and Brandon Hayward both talked about, we already knew about this. We was kids, we heard about this. The fact that Jordan used to get his knees drained before every game, bro. Before every game. And like King just said, still played 82 games.
Yep. That's when they spent like 4 games and 7 nights and all that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand that, bro.
I don't, bro. I told you, this is why when you hear people, everybody, I know people always think it's just they old people. They just old. They just saying that. When people discuss if Jordan was playing today, what would he score and all that stuff? This is why, y'all. Like Jordan in a period, the time when the bad boy Pistons were running the league. So we talking about defense and all that type of stuff. Jordan was having one of his best years, scoring damn near 37 points a game, y'all, on over 50% shooting. That's for the year. He was doing that. Not James Harden, like not Luka Doncic, like not even Joel Embiid, like I'm talking about dominating. So if we playing today, they talking about he averaging damn near 40 today with this freedom on over 50% shooting. You just see he do that all the time in the playoffs. Why wouldn't he do it? You just showed the stat. What he do in the playoffs, the hardest time to play.
Now just imagine. You give me 30-something in the regular season, and you up it to 40-something in the playoffs. That's what you averaging, right?
I don't think they understand a lot about thought process and how we grade folks is because we watch Michael Jordan. So when we say stuff like, bro, Michael Jordan is #1 scoring all time efficiently. Michael Jordan #1 in the playoffs scoring all time. We watch him do that efficiently. Like, so whenever when we hear these bars of, oh, this person great and all that stuff, we always go to the bar while we watch Michael Jordan do it. So if anybody was doing it, Michael Jordan was doing it. Like it wasn't impossible for Jordan. So if it's impossible for you, if it's impossible for the new players, then Michael Jordan's still to go based off of that because it wasn't impossible for him. That's what I feel like.
Well, I ain't gonna ask you if you ever think Jordan gonna get passed up, but
one day, I do. It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna be one day, bro. We're gonna get to some point. It's gonna be a Wemby dude that's just nice. So I don't gotta be Wemby tall, but like you're gonna get Kevin Durant to the extreme, like Kevin Durant that's actually like pause big. You feel me? Like when you get that type of dude, say we get LeBron James with more of Jordan skill.
So in other words, you saying AJ DeBronson gonna be the next Jordan?
He don't got the. I don't think his all around game is good as Jordan. Because again, we didn't even talk about Michael Jordan. Like we said, we talked about when he had a bad series that he still got you 5 assists and 10. That was later on in his career. And all Jordan used to give you, like we said, 7 triple doubles in a row, missing the 8th one by 1 assist or some stuff like that. Like you feel me, 30-point triple doubles. That number when you heard Luka trying to catch up and they were talking about he got a bunch of triple doubles in a row. Who was he trying to catch? Michael Jordan.
But he didn't pass the ball. That's what they was told.
And that's what they always think, bro. He didn't. He got okay. How about it? How about another number for you, bro? That what people always talk about. It's a list of guys that were rookies, right? Rookies that got you 20, 5, and 5. LeBron on that list, right? Luka on that list. Feel me? Like some great names on the list. Who else on that list?
It's a GOAT.
Michael Jordan got you 5 assists as a rookie, right? That's crazy, but he don't pass the ball. You feel me? Like this is the stuff people just don't understand because of the different. Michael Jordan has different like stories of his game, like he went through different evolutions, so he did different things with different players that they got on his squad to make his squad better. And people just think, oh, you know what, he only did this at this point, he only did this. Like, no, Michael Jordan can do everything on the basketball court, everything on the basketball court at the 95th percentile or higher, and that's probably cutting it low.
And for folks who don't know too, Jordan, like King just said, was doing a lot of that stuff. Bill is the one who came in and asked him, hey, man, just take a step back. We're going to divvy some of the responsibilities to some of the other guys.
You got Scotty, man. You got Scotty. That was his main.
Not only is that going to help you on in those type of aspects, but it also makes your game better. And we saw that, right? Now, yeah, so it saves energy. Like, yeah, he wouldn't put up the same numbers he was back in the late 80s and all that stuff, right? Or the early, like the late 80s, early 90s, but the efficiency was still there. And the decision making was there. Yep. The effect that he had on the game, because he demanded so much attention, that did free up a lot of guys, made a lot of guys better around him that way too. So that's why I say, man, like this dude is different, man. I like King said, I know it ain't fair to compare a lot of people to Jordan or whatever, but like you said, it's kind of hard when we saw. It's like when you do a scale of 1 to 10, right? 10 is on that list. So you
10 is Jordan. You feel me? Like
10
especially when you got people on these shows and all yelling around GOAT and all that stuff all the time for different people's names, then it is what let me see you win an MVP, a defensive player of the year. You feel me? Like, let me see you do that because Michael Jordan did it. It's not impossible because Michael Jordan did it, and he was a guard. He did the impossible. That's how I felt Michael Jordan. He was doing the impossible.
No, I agree, bro. I agree. But anything else, man, you want to add, bro? For
LeBron a better per passer though.
And that's another thing too about LeBron, bro. I think we've been said this, but I heard another NBA player. Man, I cannot think who said this. It might have been, was it Brandon Hayward? I can't remember who it was, but somebody was saying something we've been saying for years. Like, they should not compare LeBron to Jordan.
It's Magic Johnson, bro.
It's Magic Johnson, bro.
LeBron on the Mount Rushmore, the greatest passes of all time. I think you think that, right? That Braun is one of the greatest passers of all time. Like his IQ, his passing ability is stupid. He's Magic Johnson on roids, bro. I've always said that.
Let me ask you a question, though. Is it fair to compare players to Jordan? Is it fair to put that expectation on him?
Yes, because Jordan played. Didn't Jordan get compared to other players before he played?
Yeah.
But when he played wasn't it Dr. J's probably the best of all time and all that? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He still was he played in the era with Magic and Bird when they were changing the league and all that stuff. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. No, when you start throwing it, so either we never gonna call nobody else the GOAT, or if we trying to find another GOAT, then we're gonna have to compare him to Jordan. And Jordan did all that stuff, like we said, did the impossible. When you didn't think a guard could win a defensive player of the year, when you didn't think you could score the most points in the league over and over and over again and win championships. When you didn't think you could score that many points as a guard and be efficient doing it. When you didn't think you could still keep up with steals and all that. We ain't talk about like the defensive stuff, like the steals and the blocks. As far as what Michael Jordan did, he got plays as far as steals and blocks before he hit the shot. What was the play before the shot?
The steal on your boy.
The steal when your boy Karl Malone. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
The steal led to the shot.
They don't understand. Think about the block. LeBron got the block, but Kyrie got the shot, right?
Yep.
Michael Jordan got the steal and got the shot. You feel what I'm saying? It literally
happened right into each other.
Yeah. And Jordan got a bunch of games, bro. They only realized what he was scoring like 30-something, 40 points, and nobody else on his team had 20.
Yep.
And they were winning.
Yep. Look, I know people always no disrespect to Scotty, because like you said, one of the most disrespected athletes of all time. I know because a lot of people automatically assume because of who Scotty was that it was Shaq and Kobe level of Jordan and Pippen. It's like no.
Scotty so career was 22. That year when
his
Jordan
career,
was gone.
Yeah, that year he was gone. He was third in MVP that year. That was his highest scoring ever, 22.
Yeah.
And there was so many series where Jordan, like King just said, Jordan was giving you 30, but Scotty was averaging like 17. Now, Scotty was doing other things, yes, which that's what made their pairing so well, because Scotty could fill in the blanks and do other things, because Jordan could be the heavy lifter on the offense. That's how good he was.
Yeah, that's why people loved Grant Hill. Not to switch it away and all, because Grant Hill, before he got injured, had got to peak Scottie Pippen numbers. When Scottie Pippen didn't have Jordan, he got to that point on a regular with triple doubles and all that stuff, and it became like, oh my goodness, if he's this young doing this by himself, how much better can he get? So, yeah, bro, Scottie Pippen amazing and all that, but scoring level, there's Scottie Pippen. Let me put it like this, y'all. You know how the players on teams that you can't completely trust their jump shots and all that stuff, like a Pascal Siakam and all that, they'll make shots, even like a Braun. You feel me? Like, let's put him in a situation like Braun when you felt like you couldn't always trust Braun's shot, but he can make shots, but you can't always trust it. That's how Scottie Pippen was. Like, Scottie Pippen wasn't like oh my God, a knockdown shooter all the time. It would be sometimes Scottie Pippen would be off, and it'd be like, okay, Scottie can't make a shot right now. So I just think it's Jordan, bro. Like, Jordan just offensively a different level. I don't think you think Scottie better passer than Jordan. So obviously he did more. He did more when they played together. But as far as including Jordan when he was having a pass,
like not number wise, but skill wise.
Yeah. Do you think Jordan? You think Scottie?
I think they both were pretty equal.
About the same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, by skill level. Yeah.
I would say what Scottie got over him is probably his defense. I think Scottie a better defender. I'll give Scottie a better per defender than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he can guard bigger players.
Yeah, like the same thing on LeBron. LeBron is more versatile. So I think Jordan is better at his position one-on-one, like playing the guys. But I think LeBron can play more positions than Michael Jordan could play, if that makes sense, as far as versatility. Yeah. Same thing with like a Scottie Pippen and all that stuff. Like guard on guard, you want Michael Jordan all day. Like go Pitbull. Go
matter of fact, who's guarding Charles Barkley in '93?
Money Jordan?
Nope.
Was Scottie?
It was Scottie.
See, I know Scottie guarded. Well, Scottie always guarded the West End, the best players. So I thought of it. I thought you were saying something that was like random or something.
Well, no,
Scottie,
because Charles
even with Magic and all that.
I was saying that because Charles Barkley was a physical player back then too. Remember, he was quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to do the versatility with
so that's part of his versatility was being able to guard a guy like a Charles Barkley who was moving cats like Karl Malone and them who was bigger than him or whatever.
They even tried to put Scottie on Gary Payton.
Yeah,
when that was going on because they had Rodman on
Kemp.
Kemp and Rodman. That was actually the battle with that 96, bro. Was it 96? Yeah, 96. Right? Yeah, that was the battle in 96, bro. It was Kemp and Rodman. They was really
Kemp talk about it all the time.
Yeah, that was really and Kemp got I think Kemp had got 4 votes, bro, out of the 10. That I saw on a list or something. When Jordan got 6 votes MVP, Kemp got 4 of them.
I mean, shoot, they had the best record that year, I believe. No,
but not the regular season MVP.
Not
the regular season. The finals MVP. When they vote.
Oh, okay.
I saw a list of non-unanimous MVPs lately, and it showed who the other person that got the votes and all that stuff. And I think Sean Kemp got like 4 of them.
I think it's a regular season. For a second, it makes sense because what they win 62 games.
Yeah, but I don't think Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp that was more Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. They canceled each other out. It wasn't like they weren't gonna get an MVP. They were too even. They were too Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and all that type of stuff. Like it wasn't enough of a gap. It wasn't Michael, Scottie, and all that stuff. That's why Michael was winning MVPs. So,
yeah, I agree. All right, King. What was that brought to you by, King?
Shout out to Fanatics.
Where Fanatics
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir, man. Let's return the page here, man. Get ready for these questions, these comments. But before we do, man, let's show some love to the merch of the channel, man. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, if you are interested in the merch of the channel, simply scroll down to the description box below. Click on that link to the merch. We have our site there in the description box. Click on that link. If you're a member of the channel, you already know you have a permanent discount, guys. You can use it as many times as you want for the merch of the channel. It's just our way of showing thanks to you for showing love to the channel in that special way. So go ahead, scroll on down to the description box and check out the merch. All right, King, let's go ahead and get to the questions, the comments. We can call it a night.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right, let's get to it. Zashawn is first. I knew he was going to be for this one. He says, great topic. He said, what's the relevance of listing percentages against specific cities?
It wasn't the cities, Sean. It's the teams. Those teams that he played against in those playoff runs.
The 40-point per game runs, showing that he wasn't just chucking up shots. Just showing that he was actually efficient, hella efficient.
Showing the points and showing his field goal percentage versus those teams, not the actual city, but those teams.
Yeah. Izzy says NBA, USA, NDA, Wolves in 5.
I hear you, man.
Izzy said Marshmallow, Yellow Mellow, LaMelo, Wolves in 5.
I got you.
Shout out to Logan. He said, yo, I love y'all. I appreciate you, Logan.
Appreciate it.
Izzy said Hakeem would dog walk Shaq respectfully. That ain't happened after that. After he beat. Hey, I gotta tell you again. I be saying a lot of folks be hearing stuff that people say and hear and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that happened." So yes, I ain't gonna say he dog walked him. Yes, when Hakeem won the Finals MVP, Hakeem went off. He dominated, but Shaq was the best player other than Hakeem Olajuwon on the floor between both teams. I want y'all to know that Shaq ain't wasn't trash at all. And then after that, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, my bad.
And I was going to say after that, if you then look up Shaq's record against Hakeem, Shaq then started dominating Hakeem from that point forward as far as just at any time he would see him and all. So I feel you. He did dog walk him because it's like LeBron playing Tim Duncan at the beginning. You feel me? Like they were at two different points in their careers and all that stuff. But I don't know, when Shaq got to Shaq, I don't think anybody was stopping Shaq. But to me personally, go ahead, bro.
Well, no, I was just gonna say that's why I remember when Shaq and Hakeem supposed to have that one-on-one after that series, that final series.
Yep,
that was why.
And as Deshaun says, players today are bigger, better, faster, stronger today. The rules might be easy, but the players are better. This is just natural evolution. Even stuff like muscle milk did not exist during Jordan. Yeah, I don't know if you're saying it is better or worse, Deshaun. That's what I'm saying. The players are better and all that, and Jordan still did what he did. And hold up, here's another thing. I always say when people say that, most of these guys that we talk about is GOAT conversation and great and all that stuff. Like Kevin Garnett played against most of them. Who Kevin Garnett say the best player?
Jordan.
Played against Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and all their primes. So, and he didn't even play Jordan in his prime, actually. He played Jordan in his later part of his career and all that. So, yeah. Izzy says he's a Glow Yard member also, Izzy. I'm sorry I didn't say that. He said Bron top 5, but he ain't one. Yeah, I got him 2, but he definitely not one in my book. He said without Scotty, Bulls not getting 6 rings, maybe 2. I agree. I don't know about maybe 2. I don't know if they're not getting 6 without Scotty. Hell no. He said, do your research on when MJ retired to baseball. Scotty was getting busy. I hope you're not saying it to us, Izzy, because I was just saying his best year was the year that Scotty was name.
He said, we just said, his highest scoring after Jordan left the year he was third in MVP. He only averaged 22 points.
He said Scotty could have been a number 1, but he deferred because he knew MJ was the alpha. Nah, he couldn't have been a number 1 because every time he tried to be a number 1, he failed, Izzy. So here we go again. When I say if we're going to grade on a bar, then I'm going to keep it real on every bar with every player. So if Scottie Pippen, when he was number 1 with the Bulls, when they left, he had 2 years without Mike. The first year without Mike, he did get to the second round.
Well, a year and a half.
Past that, stuff can happen. Yeah, year and a half. I'm sorry. And then the second year, he was struggling. Remember, Mike had to come back and help him get to the playoffs and all that stuff when he came back and all that to help him get there because he wasn't doing his thing. When he was in Portland as a number 1, basically, they lost to Shaq and Kobe. Izzy, like, I'm not saying this stuff. Like, yeah, he can play a number 1 for a team, but what's his name? My guy, Donovan Mitchell. That you gonna say? Like Donovan Mitchell can play a number 1 for a team, but I don't think he's a number 1. Like to really win a championship. Scottie Pippen can play a number 1 for a team, but I don't think the best position for him to play was the position he played, number 2. Zashawn says, very much agree with your take. Appreciate you, Zashawn. Izzy says, let's put respect on Scotty. MJ would not be as great as he is without Scotty. That's any player, but I always put respect on Scotty. One of my favorite players ever. Big J's a Glow Yard member. He said, wow, we still talking about the other guy. Izzy said, how can you be a number 1 when there's already a number 1? They weren't. There wasn't. Scotty had multiple years playing without a number 1 in front of him. Izzy. Someone said, go do your research, Izzy, as you just said.
Hey, Izzy, let me ask you a question. How many times would Phil Jackson have picked somebody else to score the last bucket over Jordan?
Back to what I said about the consistency with the shot and all that stuff. Phil Jackson said, I'd rather Tony Kukoc shoot the shot, and that's what started the whole beef. Radio Star Killer says Pippen looked like the Bulls logo. Jeez, man. Pippen got that Pippen nose. That's what we call it. Jonathan says Donovan Mitchell was like Westbrook with a jumper and not the same defensively. I don't know about. I won't compare him to Westbrook, Jonathan. He more like, I don't know. I gotta sit and think. He more Allen Iverson. Not as good though, obviously, but he ain't like that mode of player. I feel like Jonathan. Izzy said nobody will. LOL. I'm not disagreeing. Oh, as far as you talking about as far as Pippen, Izzy, I feel you. Yeah, like I said, we love these conversations. There's just a lot of stuff people don't know. That's why I was saying, we need to watch some older games. I think we even need to get past the 90s and all, bro. Like I want to watch more games I probably haven't seen as well either, and learn stuff with the people as well. I think that'd be cool. And let me see. Izzy says, I'm saying Scotty was smart enough to not combat or try to out alpha MJ, hence Stacey C. Facts, Izzy. Facts. I 100% agree. And Jonathan said Brunson and Iverson. I mean, Iverson got the crossover though. Yeah, Brunson and the Iverson vein too. More. No, I would put Brunson more in the what's his name? Detroit Pistons.
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I would put Brunson and Isaiah like category. And lastly, Big J said, "Let's watch some basketball." Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to get back to that, BJ. We got to get back to
man.
it.
You already
like I said,
damn playback.
Yeah, it would have to be something we would have to set up on on Discord.
But have like we had to talk to y'all, and y'all be able to tell us people gonna be there. If people are gonna be there, we can do it. But it take our time, we don't want to set up stuff and then just be there and be like, oh, well, we just watching games.
We pretty busy, man. So
don't
want to waste our time. And
Izzy says, before I leave, better player Rondo or CP3. CP3 favorite player
CP3.
though between you is Rondo though. Izzy, I like Rondo better than CP3 personally, but CP3 the better player. And Jonathan said Chris Webber was a beast in knee injuries, though. Shaking my head. Yeah, I thought at one time, Jonathan, personally, I thought Chris Webber was the best power forward in the league at one point.
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, wait, what?
You don't think when Chris Webber was in Sacramento, Chris Webber at one point was the best power forward in the NBA, bro. I don't get
better than Tim Duncan?
Yes. At one point, he had the argument of being like, when Chris Webber was in Sacramento, bro, he was doing more with less. I feel like, as far as like, think about his teammates. Peja Stojakovic was the best player beside him, right? And Peja wasn't like, is Peja going to be a Hall of Famer? It would be down the line, right? Like if he did make it,
if he did,
like,
because with basketball, I got to think of his overseas stuff.
Yeah, but Chris Webber was like, bro, he could have won a championship and all. His knees went out. Chris was competing against the Lakers, bro. Like I know Tim Duncan was too, but
I was the fan of Chris Webber when he came into the league because I wanted him to go to Orlando. So I know.
So how about this? I'll say this to you. I thought at one point Chris was definitely better than Dirk and KJ. They couldn't do as much as Chris Webber could, bro. I'm sorry. Winning, you know how winning matters. And Dirk won his later on, and so did Chris. What's the name? Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett did beat Chris Webber, but that was after the injury, though. And it was in 7 games.
We might have to disagree on that one, but
that's fine. That's fine. I'm telling you, Chris Webber was that dude, bro. I think a lot of people still sleep on Chris Webber because of what happened. Big J said, "Just let me know when you."
I do think he should have been in the Hall of Fame sooner, though, for sure.
Yeah, basketball, I'll be there, and I don't think Chris Webber better than these dudes overall. Obviously, I'm just saying that I feel like they were years.
I
you feel what I'm saying? Like I was like Chris Webber was.
I'm really trying to think.
Dude.
I'm really trying to think back, like. Because it definitely, because man, remember it was him, it was Dirk, it was Duncan, it was Garnett, it was Shoe McDice before he got hurt. It was
Duncan won his 2 MVPs.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Duncan won 2002, 2003, right, for his MVP.
He won back to back.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, because I thought he took one.
He took one from Kid.
He took one from Kid. He did that. He won 1. Yeah, I thought it was back to back. Duncan got back to back MVPs, don't he?
Bro,
I think Duncan got back-to-back MVPs, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I only know of one of Tim Duncan's MVPs, and you know why? Because that's the one I harp on.
The one, Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd one.
I think Tim Duncan went back-to-back though.
He might have, and I really can't remember any of his MVPs other than that one.
Izzy says Zeke or CP3. That's Zeke.
That's Zeke.
Another one. Radio Star said there's a playoff Rondo, ain't no playoff CP3. I mean, it is until he get hurt though. Radio like CP3 got some playoff moments until he get hurt. Izzy said King, right? Chris Webber was him. People forget, yeah. And then Radio said fully agree on C Webb. He was legit. Yeah, C Webb was all around. C Webb was nice, bro. I was like everything and getting.
I didn't like when he played on Sacramento for reasons, but
yeah. And his assist
like
game.
I didn't like Kobe because of reasons, you know what I'm saying? Because I always beat the Mavericks. Like, damn it, man, just don't play this game today.
C Webb between all the power forwards is the best passer out of them.
Oh, he was.
Them passes, he was, bro. C Webb was out there looking like a baby Joker and all from the beginning, bro. C Webb was nice, man. I think I read that, Jonathan. C Webb was doing everything and getting numbers. As he said, KG said Glenn Robinson, Sheldon, and Webber was as hard as people. Sheldon Williams, that's what he's talking about. And Webber was the hardest people to cover. Some of Candace Parker, baby daddy. I don't know, bro. I'm thinking of another Sheldon. I'm like, Sheldon.
I don't know about that one.
Big J said I was with my boy that was on the phone with C Webb when he got traded to the Kings. Gee. Man, C Webb was mad about that at first.
Yeah, he was. He talked about it before.
That was C Webb's issue. His whole issue with teams and all that stuff at the beginning because he was nice. Like he got traded at his rookie year.
Yeah, remember he only signed a 1-year contract.
Yeah,
go to state. That was crazy.
Taj says Rich Paul and LeBron both on the NBA Mount Rushmore cap. Yeah, Rich Paul be tripping, bro. He don't care now though. It's just that. Oh, okay.
Bro, I didn't even read the screen. I just heard you read it off. Yeah. Like it said Mount Rushmore. Okay, where's this going? Of capping. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Izzy said he meant Sheed instead of Sheldon.
Oh, Sheed. Okay. Yeah.
So hold up. Here's my thing. Here's my hot take. I think Rasheed Wallace overrated.
Oh, you've been saying that.
David West, I never understood. I do know he's a better defender, but as far as his offensive game and his rebounding numbers, I never understood why Dirk was soft, but Rasheed Wallace wasn't. Big J said David West. David West gave Dirk credit though. Taj said Nash also stole both MVPs from Bean, in my opinion. I told you, Taj. We talk about that a lot over here too. I think Nash deserved both MVPs, in my opinion. I think one of them Dirk should have probably got. It was one of my first one. What was it?
We always talk about that first one.
I don't think Kobe should have got it though. Kobe and them was the 7th seed, and I know he carried them and all, but damn, they had like 2 games. I think it was like 42 and 40 or something like that. Like,
so nowhere you saying?
Russell Westbrook had to get a triple double to get the 6 seed one. Like Kobe did average 36, but we saw that before though. Like it wasn't like, and his team was like 42 and 40. That's crazy that Kobe best year he didn't get like individually, he didn't get an MVP, but I think Kobe is crazy. Kobe probably deserved the MVP the year he got it. That when I sat back and like think about it, I'm like, bro, the year Kobe got the MVP was probably the year he was supposed to get it. Just because you get one MVP and all don't mean you like I said, MVPs ain't the say all end all or whatever. I mean, how great of a player you are. It does help. But like Shaq, even like he had Kobe and all beside him sometimes, so it's hard for him to get MVPs. I think he should have got more, but a lot of his MVPs he couldn't get. Jonathan said, if D Rose don't get hurt, do they eventually win a title? No, I don't think so. I don't think they can pass Bron. Not that Chicago Bulls team. Not with Tibbs. Radio said that era of power forwards was so dope. C-Web, KG, Dirk, Sheed, Timmy, yeah.
That's why when King answered that question earlier, I was like, you know what, I gotta say early 2000s, man. That's really what just
like even David West got there at one point too, like they were saying. David West got nice.
David West, yeah.
I think it was any other power forward that was at that point.
Jermaine O'Neal.
Yep. Jermaine O'Neal almost got an MVP one year too. Well, Izzy said Rasheed Wallace overrated. What? Westbrook voice? Yeah, man. I think Rasheed Wallace overrated, man. Rasheed Wallace. So the rest of them power forwards you name, all number ones. Rasheed Wallace the only one that's not. I don't think Rasheed Wallace could ever be a number one, and he wasn't supposed to be a number one. And when they won the championship, what was he? A number what? What would you count? Number 3, 4?
Probably so.
He was like between him and Ben Wallace for 3.
Was he considered better than Billups?
I think Billups. I thought Billups at that point. Billups and Rip Hamilton were the 2 guys on the team, and then was he more impactful than Ben Wallace?
No, Ben Wallace was.
So then he 4th. That's what I'm saying. When he won a championship, he was the 4th guy. And shit, Tayshaun Prince was right there. Shout out to Tayshaun. Jonathan said they were 6th seed that year. I think Kobe had like 45 wins, 06. Nah, they were 7th seed. They played Phoenix. Phoenix was number 2 seed.
San Antonio was number 1, I think.
And they had a 3-1 lead that year. Jonathan, was it 3-1? Yeah, it was 3-1 and lost 3 in a row. And Kobe only put 25 up in that game 7 in the first half and only 2 in the second half because he gave.
I think he took like 4 shots.
Yep, I remember it. Like I said, I've been watching this for a while. Taj said 42 wins with Smush, Chris Mim, and Kwame Brown all started. It is. It is, Taj.
Whoa.
It is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's
like they gave him a trash take.
Taj, don't do that.
Damn, I mean, but Bron should. We talking about Bron now, capping and all. If that's the case, Bron should win the MVP damn near every year. You feel me? Like that ain't had people like that. I can't just give you the MVP for that. Like you got to do a little more. Taj said, just salute. Appreciate you, Taj, man. We do this Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, man. Skip one. Radio said, all during the Lakers Bling Dynasty. What is that for? What you responded to? Doing the power forwards, I'm guessing. All during the Lakers Bling. That was Lakers and San Antonio, though. San Antonio was there, too, in that run. Jonathan said, those Suns had Noah Amari, and they had like a 7-man rotation. Tim Thomas revived. and they got 60+ wins. I see why Nash got it. Yeah, they went from 20 wins to 60 wins.
60. Yeah.
And then the next year they had like 57 wins, I think, and Amari Stoudemire was hurt.
Yeah.
So like it was
because the next year they got beat by Dallas in the second round.
Like I do like it sucks to say it's like damn Steve Nash not better than those guys and he got 2 MVPs.
Finals. Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, Western Conference Finals. Because Tim Thompson, the kiss of death, remember? Where he kissed that Dirk and then Dirk gave him 50.
Leave certain people alone, but nobody want to listen.
Melissa's a glow yard member. She said, "Happy Marvelous Monday." I don't care. MJ is still the GOAT. You can't beat anyone with MJ as initials. Facts.
Hey, she's a Knicks fan. She telling you.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Them fans, they hated Kobe. Sorry, I said Kobe. They hated Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan was so great. You feel me? There's not a fan base that hate LeBron really because he's great. Does that make sense? Like they hate him because of the stuff he done and all that type of stuff. But it's not like a fan base is like, I hate him because he's great, but I know he's the greatest. New York Knicks fans hate Michael Jordan because of what he did, but they know he the GOAT. Detroit Pistons fans, Jalen Rose and all always talk about it. Like I hated him, but I know who he is. Izzy says Kobe touched that girl, so the league was not giving him the MVPs too early. That was their get back. Yeah, Kobe was out there playing for his freedom, man. And without them practices, he came out after every one of them court cases and gave you 40. I remember those. Zashawn said Rasheed was definitely number 4 in that championship team. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Zashawn. He was like number 4 at that point. He had Scottie Pippen been number 1 ahead of him. Taj said, "Am I crazy for thinking Luka about to go off this upcoming season?" I think that every year, Taj. And then he might get hurt, and then his team. But the thing about it, you don't want him to. His body not like Jordan or LeBron's and none of them like that. So you don't want him to have to do too much. You want to dial Luka back, really. I want to get Luka off of them other stats where he can just score efficiently and all. Like I want him to become Jordan in a way, not defensively, but just offensively. And I need more people on his team that can take pressure off him so that he can do that.
What you mean? He got him. Yeah,
him too.
Right. Come on, King. What you doing?
You right. Jonathan said, "I like LeBron. I don't like Laker LeBron though. I hate LeBron antics. I ain't gonna lie. I love LeBron, but
don't get me started on that. You already know."
Div says, "Great show as always, guys. Hit the likes, people. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Div.
Always, Div." Izzy said they should change their name, I guess, to Mayonnaise Lakers. They almost there, man.
Mayonnaise Lakers, yeah, bro.
They almost there. They got they signed your boy. You said that mean Kuminga done, or they still trying to get both?
I think so, King.
Dang,
I think so.
Kuminga gonna get that 1 year vet man. Jonathan said, "I agree. Luka usage too high, needs to come down." Yeah, like Luka, great. He's a guy that can do a bunch with the ball. I don't want to say like people be talking about like chucking the ball and all. Like Luka don't do that. Luka shoots like 48, 49. You feel me? Like he be shooting. He's great. Whenever you score the ball, his team wins. Whenever he scores, actually, that's a stat with Luka. He don't lose over 50-point games and all that stuff. But he needs to get his usage down some. He does, so that the team it doesn't always just matter about him. Like it can't be a situation where at the end of the game it's like, damn, we looking at nobody else. We in these clutch moments and we just got to get Luka to make a crazy play or something like that. He got to get his usage down. Izzy said, "No, we want him to play defense and stop complaining." Facts with that too. You got the people around him though. Taj says you could also make the case that Prince was more impactful than she. That's what I was saying a little earlier, Taj. Tayshaun Prince was right there. As far as like she just got the benefit of the doubt. He was the missing piece, but he still like joined the team that was already together midway through the season. Div said, "I actually don't mind the moves the Lakers made. They can use Reeves for trade for superstar with this contract." And yes, they can. I mean, if somebody take them, but they were already making the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Detroit before she got there, because the year that she got there, they won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy says Luka overrated. I know Izzy. Melissa laugh. Get these last couples in. Radio said, in terms of pure pursuit of basketball, that girl was the best thing that happened to Kobe. Nothing left in his life but the hoop, and he did that. True. In a way, the dark times make you who you are. You become, was that you were born in the dark, or you what's your boy Bane thing?
Bane. I forgot.
You inherited the dark. I was born in it. Like that's where Kobe became. Then it's like I was born in the dark at that point. Izzy says Baron Davis or Steve Francis. Ooh, I want to hear your take first on that one. I think. Ooh, I was about to say something stupid. I thought about no, I don't think that's true.
Damn, that is a good one.
My favorite between the two, shout out to Steve Francis being from Maryland. I mean, well, being from Maryland and going to Maryland. But
Yeah, I
B
like
Diddy.
Steve Francis.
B Diddy was my dude though, bro. B Diddy. Baron Davis was my guy. I'm gonna say Baron Davis better too, because Steve Francis always was ducking Allen Iverson. So
Yeah, we're talking about that.
I told you the migraines, bro.
Yeah, you said Pippen. But yeah, no, I like Steve Francis, bro. I like Steve. I like they had that three guard lineup of him. Moochie, remember Moochie Norris,
Mm-hmm.
and
Catino Mobile.
Catino Mobile, yeah.
Your boy, yeah, they had Eddie Griffin over there and all that stuff before y'all, man. I remember the whole team.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. But yeah, Steve Francis was a part of the greatest dunk contest of all time, though.
All right, try to get the rest of these, bro.
Radio said Lakers offense would be fine, but they asking a lot of Keslow and D. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, we said that.
Taj said Celtics fans are hilarious when they mention Perk being out for the 2010 finals, but only acknowledge Bonham being out for the 08 finals. I mean,
that's a
great point, Taj.
Yeah, it really is.
Div said,
got a super chat from Melissa with a $20 dono. She said, "Great show, thank you, Melissa." She's a Glow Yard member, of course.
I would say that's my girl, Melissa. I think you would understand, but that's my lady, man. I'll say that to respect you, but I say that's my girl to respect you, actually, Melissa. If you know, you know. But appreciate you, Melissa. Div says with the team last year, put Luke on the Mavs without Cooper. Do the Mavs finish higher with Luke instead? Yes. Ty says B Diddy at UCLA was a highlight reel every game. Yeah, B Diddy was skilled, man. Izzy says Darren Williams or Baron Davis. I'm gonna go D Will on that one.
Yeah, D Will.
I'm gonna go D Will.
Finest. You know what I'm saying? D Will finest, man. Come on.
D Will, this peak was better than B Diddy.
He was considered the best point guard in the league.
Yeah, he was arguably between him and CP3.
Him and PP.
I don't think B Diddy was ever at the point of being the best point guard in the league. Yeah.
But yeah, man, listen, we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the folks who just subscribed to the channel, man. We appreciate the support. Like I said, we definitely appreciate the support. Don't matter what team. See, we got other different fans in here. I know Izzy is a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. Listen, if you guys do us a favor, hit them subscribe buttons if you're new to the channel. Also, too, if you guys can hit them likes for us as well, that also helps out the channel very well. And if you guys want to become members of the channel, like we just saw Melissa there with the dono, hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of the channel. We have our Friday show dedicated strictly for the members, and also different perks come with it as well. Also, follow me, Big J, BA, and Cuz on Cuz We Geek. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. We're going to have a conversation tomorrow about the DCU and its standings right now. And we're going to be talking about House of Dragon episode 4. I don't know. There's so many dang shows. Let me lost the episodes. I swear.
Y'all be keeping up on those shows, bro. I don't know how the hell y'all do it, bro. I can barely keep up on shows, man.
Bro, I got a wife. She helps me. Good thing she watching, so it helps me out. But yeah, I don't remember what episode. I think it's episode 4. Whatever the last episode was of House of Dragon, we're gonna talk about that over there on Cuz We Geek, y'all. So if y'all interested in Marvel, DC, Star Wars, all that, join us over there on Cuz We Geek. We have shows every Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. Kings, everything else I'm forgetting.
Y'all gonna talk about Nolan movie this weekend? Or y'all gonna wait?
We're gonna see, because I know I'm going to go see it. Me and my wife going to go see it Friday. So
well, let me know either way how it is or whatever, because I'm contemplating going to see it myself.
Whoa, what's going on? That's your guy.
Yeah, that's Nolan the greatest. But I mean, I want to hear about this one. But I ain't gonna lie, the cast got me kind of a little funny. You know, I understand. I'm not even mad about it, like the cast and all that stuff. You feel me? Like, you know, why other people mad and all that, but it still is a. You feel me? Like, I still want to know if they got their business and all the cast. So just let me know.
Yeah, we might talk about it on the show. We might talk about it on the show. I gotta see when the other guys are gonna watch it. I know Cuz watching it. Yeah, watching stuff on early and everything. So I gotta see what PA and Cuz and BJ do.
And the damn movie probably like 3 hours long, you know. But share more share guys alike is the equivalent of a share. Shout out to Elle as well. She said on the last members only, bro. She couldn't comment. Yeah. I don't know what was going on at all.
Yeah, Elle, like I said, that's not on our end. So I mean, I know she normally writes into the show. Excuse me, but she couldn't do it on that show. So yeah, I don't know, Elle.
But next time we have a members only, I'll look at my phone at the same time. I'll keep it beside me. Like if you can't comment, hit us up on whatever, like any of the medias or whatever like that, and I'll see what I can do on my side if it's something that's on our side that we can do. But yes, sharing more, sharing all that, y'all. A like is equivalent of a share, as I said earlier. Also, if you're into combat sports, follow myself, Queen, Travis, BA, and sometimes Devin on We Talk Combat. So we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I like to call us the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. We do watch alongs throughout the week for all WWE product and WWE related products. In our Discord, you only have to be a subscriber to get access to that, or gain access, I should say. We do watch alongs as well sometimes throughout the week on YouTube, and then we do review shows on Sunday afternoons usually throughout about the week. So we review and give a grade for the shows throughout the week, and all PLEs and all that stuff included as well, y'all. And yeah, we'll have another show this upcoming Sunday. So if you're interested in that, subscribe over there, give us a like, comment, and all that stuff, and we'll see y'all back over here on Wednesday evening.
Yes, sir. Like I said, we'll be back here on Wednesday, y'all, for more NBA talk. So hit that subscribe button, hit them likes, follow us over here on YouTube. If you're watching on the other channels, man, we also encourage you to also hit subscribe on those channels and come over here to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. So with all that being said, man,
Ant, and hit me up, Div, on Discord, and then go ahead.
You gonna say Ant on that one? But yeah, listen. So hit the subscribe button, hit them likes, and all that good stuff, man. If you yeah. So we'll be back here on Wednesday for more content. So follow us then, guys. With all that being said, man, it's your boy Relle, it's your boy King, Cap and Crown NBA podcast. We'll be back here on Wednesday, same cap time, same crown channel.
No cap.
Cap and Crown. Listen, King, you got it completely wrong. The greatest player to step foot in Sacramento was not Chris Webber. It was Lawrence Funderburk.